I just woke up. My live stream lasted 9 hours because I'm guessing it shut off. Because I didn't touch my laptop. I know. Oops. I meant to say I know. Okay. TikTok. I'm wondering how long that live lasted.
I'm following you. I've been following you. You know why? We're on a walking trail. We came from that way. It only goes this way. Of course I'm following you.
Okay. Who found you? What's the fault? What was I doing? Fuck. Oh, yeah. Is that Sonic Goldie?
Exactly where I've been running. I always knew you were coming. I'll be pulled to you like a magnet. I don't know what it is, but we have it. Never met someone like you. You're kind of like a dream come true. A dream come true. I don't know much about fire. I reckon.
Okay.
Your smile shines even bright.
Only me, because I want to put words on it. My eyes are blurry because I'm... Shut up! Let my eardrums out. Who is it? Dad, I think I heard knocking, but no one's at the door. I thought it was you, so I was like, who is it? And I heard like this. It was like a pattern, like Morse code. And the dog heard it too, so I'm not crazy. And also, I'm on live stream. My phone froze this morning, so I went on live stream and I was doing stuff on live stream, and then I decided to just make it into a challenge, not ending my live stream till my phone's dead. I fell asleep. Not on screen because I sleep with my mouth open, and I'm on live stream again. So I just faced the screen to my phone, and then I just woke up, and guess how long the live stream is now? 9 fucking hours. It was 3 hours when I went to bed, so it was like, huh? Oh, okay, well, I heard like knocking, but no one's there. I checked. I didn't open the door. I tried to look through the window and I didn't see anyone. Okay, well that's kind of creepy. Okay, because I can't say her name because I'm on live stream. If she's not home tonight, I can have noodles. I didn't have lunch today because I just woke up. I fell asleep like at 9. I don't know, 9 something. But my phone's not frozen though. Yeah, now I'm. Oh yeah, it also kicked me out of my YouTube when I signed into the live TV thing. Yeah, I got live TV and I got Baywatch, and Baywatch is all day today. It's a marathon. Okay, love you. Bye. Bye. Okay. I need to turn on my light, don't I? Okay, now I need my number for this one. Not my phone number, just the number to my email. And then the password. I'm gonna use flashlight. I look shitty because I just woke up. No, I can't say the password because I'm on live stream. The only password, the only person who knows my account is Jacob. Because he was editing my videos. I had asked him to edit a video in a while. I'm not gonna let him edit a reaction video anymore because last time it did get me copyrighted like 3-4 months later. Yes, it's me. Okay. Now let's go on my live stream. Lexi Pike. Okay. 9 hours, 30 minutes. So when did my phone die? Because I can cut it off. So, because it wasn't alive for 9 hours. Why does the YouTube look like that? Okay. Oh, was it? The YouTube looks weird now. I think it updated. So it was on for 9 hours. It was at 3%. So did it die at all, or did my life just end? It was at 3% at 9:08. 9 hours and 8 minutes, so. %. So it's close, so yeah. Close enough. It's still alive. And I'm at 9 hours, 23 minutes. I'm gonna make noodles. Too. Still alive. I don't think it died, did it? Because I was gonna cut off the rest of the live stream once it died, but it's still alive. How was it alive for 9 hours? Because mine usually dies like 3 hours in. muted my live stream when I fell asleep. Why did my live stream get fucking noise at the end? I moaned on accident. YouTube. I haven't checked my notifications. Oh, yes, I have, because I X'd out of it. Yeah, my phone did not die. Probably until a minute later after the live stream ended. Yeah, this was one part where there was noise, but I don't understand that. Because I was completely muted. No comments. Okay, let's try for these 5 seconds. Still at 2%. Wait, yeah, 2%. Yeah, so it did not die. It was close, so that's a win. I guess. Was there any hot dogs left over from last night? I'm gonna ask Dad. Was there... I forgot to do the dishes. Was there any hot dogs left over from last night? Yeah, my phone was at 2%, so it didn't even go to 1%, probably until after the live stream ended. Which it ended by itself, clearly. Yeah, so it did not die. It almost died, but it did not die. Okay, impressive. I guess. I get to watch the live stream on my phone now. Okay. I'm gonna have noodles because I'm hungry. And y'all are coming with me. And I got away. 43 notifications on TikTok though. Yeah, I posted a video about the places me and my friends are going to. For the haunted places. My friend asked, "What about Fort Knox?" Which is like in Bangor. No, not Bangor. It's like close to Bangor. I said because it was on my list. I went there. 2022. And when I got there, it was with my dad and his friends. They were getting ready for like Halloween Fright Night. As soon as I walked in, my head started spinning. I started getting dizzy. So, and I don't think it was because of my seizures that day. I think it was from that ghost. Okay. Now let's go on CapCut. Hi, whoever just joined. I look tired because I just woke up. Oh, I need to finish that. Oh, that person left. Okay. Add on CapCut. I'm gonna turn on my lights. Definitely. I need captions. Oh, I get 18 uses. Wow. Okay. 18 uses, and then I will have to pay a month, which I'm not doing because I am a broke bitch. Yeah. Hey, this is technically on my daily routine vid. See?
Your smile shines even brighter. I've seen it in my head.
It flows!
Your smile shines
Okay.
even brighter.
Now it has words.
Seen it in my head.
But I'm in the magic field. I don't have it on my laptop. But okay.
Magnetic field with you, yeah.
And then export it. And then I have to pee. Oh wait, my phone is dead. It's at 6% now. Cringe. The Wita's YouTube channel is back. I've seen that. But not with him. God, 6 days ago I saw my dead neighbor riding a bike. I saw that! But it wasn't a dead neighbor. I'll be back. I'm gonna make him. No, you guys are coming on me! No! Seizure? Fuck. I have seizures if no one knew that. And I just went in one. You just didn't see me because the light's off. But I make noodles in the microwave because we have a gas stove, and with my seizures, gas stoves and epileptics are really dangerous. Because when I was 5, we had a burner stove, me and Darlene, my adopted mom. I put my hand at age 5 on a hot burner and I burned myself when I was in a seizure. And let's just say that shit hurt. Okay, let's put this on shell. Okay. So on TikTok for this one. I'm probably gonna do the dishes too. But there's not much in it.
Your smile even brighter. And I've seen it in my head.
Okay there. Now I'm gonna go on the live stream on my phone, but I'm gonna turn it down. Is it even uploading? First. Yeah, I don't understand why this froze. I have to wait till it uploads.
watching you play the part.
You say you want friends, I'm catching you across the world.
It makes no sense, cause we're fighting over what we do. And there's no way that I'll end up being with you. But friends don't look at friends that way.
Friends don't look at friends that way. I gotta pee. You're coming with me, but not in the bathroom. Ow! I just fell on my face. They're going on a brand new toaster. Noodles. We have a gas stove, so I have to use a microwave. I have to crush them up first. How I usually cook noodles is on the stove. I put it in a pot. Then I put this in it. I don't cook it without that in it because it tastes better. We got bread in here. I'm not. You can see I'm tired because I just tried to microwave noodles with no water. And I had to pee. Yes, the microwave's not plugged in. Now let me go pee before I pee myself when I go in a seizure. Now let me pee. I want chocolate. Jesus, that's almost gone already? I forgot to turn on the light. That's what I have to do for it to literally work. Okay. Let's watch some videos. Oh yeah, I had an effect that I haven't done yet. I did another AI video. Okay. Creep. The kick something situation just got worse. That's Nico live though. Nico is cold. I'm being falsely accused. My noodles are done. Let's do something hot. Someone was in Voorhees costume, and he literally just got arrested. He was staring at this person's school. Damn. Okay. Yeah. That didn't hurt, but that scared the shit out of me. Go over here.
Hi, my angels. It's Haley Reese, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so beyond grateful that you are here, and I really do hope that you're having an absolutely incredible morning, afternoon, or night, whatever it is for you when this video finally reaches you. Today's video is one that will leave you wondering how much of this could possibly be true. We're taking a look at yet another real-life haunted doll with a story so terrifying, many would believe it was made up in Hollywood or created for the big screen. But what if I told you that sometimes real life is even scarier than the movies? And today's case is absolutely no exception to that. Perfectly crafted and made to be companions, symbols of innocence, comfort, and childhood, with painted smiles, delicate dresses, and their tiny glass eyes. Dolls are supposed to be harmless, but what if they aren't? Throughout history,
I have a porcelain doll that gives me the creeps, but I can't get rid of her because Mom got me it, and that's the last thing I've ever gotten on Christmas from her.
dolls have appeared in almost every culture, carved, sewn, sculpted, each one meant to mimic life. But sometimes they do more than that. Sometimes they become vessels for something else, something dark, something that was never meant to be near a child, something that watches, and something said to be evil.
Love Roblox? Earn Roblox digital gift cards with Microsoft Rewards. Sign up.
I'm just trying to watch a video.
Evil. In today's video, we're diving back into the world of haunted dolls. In previous episodes, we've explored some of the most dangerous, infamous dolls across the world. And today, we're exploring Elspeth, a doll so terrifying and so drenched in history and horror that even those who've only heard the stories of it claim to feel its presence. This isn't just a scary story about a doll. It's a story about what can happen when innocence turns into something much darker. And it all begins when a woman named Denise walks into an antique shop.
There are evil spirits half the time. Because, here. There's evil spirits half the time. Because, of course, because if you're a killer and you die, you're technically evil. You go to hell. If you believe in that stuff. I grew up Baptist. I feel like I'm being choked. But some spirits are evil is because they had tragic deaths. And they are just pissed because someone hurt them. I have a spirit that follows me around. I have several. I have ghosts that are friends. Abigail and Ophelia. Ophelia and Abigail are twins. And something happened, but I don't know what, because they told me. And it's not online or anything, so it could be a lie. But they told me that Ophelia, when they were alive, unalived Abigail by pushing her off a cliff. And then Ophelia goes back home at 3 a.m., unalives her 5-year-old sister, Emily, which I've felt her present, I just ruled. And then she unalived her parents. And then she unalived herself. And we broke into that cabin when I was in 10th grade at 7 p.m. because we were getting 2 dresses. And then it was in the woods, middle of nowhere. There was a house next to it, pitch black. I came out, I saw a figure just watching from the windows. But that house has been vacant for years. It was kind of part of Abraham Lincoln. It had a top hat, but it didn't have facial hair or anything. It just had a top hat just staring. And when I saw it, I was going to say something. And then a chain wraps around my legs. And, my ankles. Oh, anesthesia. So, yeah. So, I broke into that house, and I got dragged by a chain, and I had chain marks on my ankles. After that, we never went back. And because I stole a Lord of the Rings book, which I still have, but it's at my nana's house, most of my books are. I have a lot of ghost stories that has happened to me. I just choked myself. Let's go back to the vid. That's not the vid, that's the vid.
It was a Sunday afternoon around fall time, and Denise found herself once again having absolutely no idea what to do with her time. At this point in Denise's life, it was a Sunday afternoon around fall time, and Denise found...
Oh, my dad's home. Muting. Okay, I am back. My dad just got home, so I had to mute myself for a minute. Okay.
Found herself once again having absolutely no idea what to do with her time. At this point in Denise's life, things seemed to be a complete mess. She just divorced. Found herself once again having absolutely no idea what to do with her.
What, Dad?
Nothing, honey. I was talking to myself.
Oh, okay. I was on live stream, so I didn't hear you.
Oh, yeah, I'm
It's fine. They've heard your voice before because I was on live stream anyways. One time when you were talking at one point.
Her time. At this point in Denise's life, things seemed to be a complete mess. She just divorced her husband, moved to a smaller home in an area where she knew absolutely nobody. But far worse than even any of that, Denise had just lost her daughter 2 years before and was heavy with
That is so sad.
grief, loss, and just a real sense of confusion about the future and who she even was now without the family that she'd once had. Denise's daughter had been sick for a number of years. It had started a couple of
So I'm guessing it was canceled. Wait, if Denise gets a good doll, then the spirit of a daughter's probably in it.
years after she was born, and during the time of the sickness, it really put a strain on Denise's marriage. The two of them couldn't seem to get along at all and felt as though they were really just staying together for their daughter. Now, unfortunately, when their daughter would pass away, their relationship didn't seem to have much left, and the two of them felt like the best thing they could do for themselves would be to divorce. And so Denise packed everything up, moved across the country, further isolating herself, and found herself nestled in a small town that she'd never even known the name of before. She tried to fall into routine, tried to casually make some friends, though she really didn't find herself good at being social anymore. And every single weekend, she would wander the town or just drive around looking for some sort of a distraction from her now sad and empty feeling life. On this Sunday, Denise found herself kind of aimlessly walking through the town, peeking in the windows, stopping for coffee, and just noticing that time wasn't moving. It felt like she'd been doing this for hours, but when she looked at her watch, she'd only really been there 15, 20 minutes. Time really felt like ever since everything had collapsed around her, it went so slow. And that was when Denise looked across the street and saw an antique shop she hadn't noticed before. Now, Denise wasn't somebody who'd really purchased antiques in the past, but she thought that it could be cool to walk into a store with so many different things and that would pass a lot more time. So she wanders on over and enters the store. She said right when she walked in, she got this feeling like she was meant to be there for some reason. And she found herself really taking in each and every item. She was looking longer at the photos and taking in the stories that she was reading on the books and the postcards on the shelves. She was admiring the picture frames with photos from what she assumed to be other people, and just slowly making her way through the store when she notices a really, really unique doll sitting up on the counter. Now, immediately what Denise noticed that stood out about this doll was the fact it was very clearly handmade. The doll had been almost hand carved and had this really unique silky red hair to it. She said she felt as though right away this doll might be creepy to others, but there was something about it that drew her in. She tried to keep wandering throughout the store, but something kept pulling her back to this doll. She'd never been someone who collected dolls, but her daughter had quite liked dolls, and so she thought maybe that was why this doll was standing out to her so much. Not only was it so peculiar, but it was something that her daughter might have taken an interest in. And so when the little shop lady wanders over, Denise finds herself asking about the doll and grabbing.
The Trump tariffs are making life more expensive, and Susan Collins keeps making it worse. She supported cutting Medicaid and raising healthcare costs. She's even willing to shut down the government to do it. Tell Susan Collins, stop raising our costs.
I was looking at my live stream so I could show Dad what I heard, and you could see it here as loud as day. Because I want to put words on it. My eyes are bloody because Shut up! Put my eardrums out. Who is it? I think it might have been a mimic, because as soon as I answered it, it stopped knocking. Shut up! Put my eardrums out. It was Charlotte Bo's video. I didn't see it because it scared the shit out of me, so I X'd out of it. My dad's in the bathroom, so I'm waiting till I can show him that video.
Grabbing for it too. The little shop lady starts telling Denise about the doll, the fact that somebody had kind of came in rushed trying to sell the doll to her and handed it to her in a hurry. She said that she felt like the doll was likely worth a lot more than what it had been given to her for and what she was selling it for, but she couldn't find it in her heart to increase the price because the doll had been gifted to the antique shop for such a good price in and of itself. The woman says that the doll was really unique and she'd never seen anything like it. And for some reason, this drew Denise to the doll even more. So without thinking much more of it, Denise grabs the doll, heads to the cash, and leaves with her new little toy. Denise says that she gets home that night and walks in and immediately starts looking for a place for this little doll. She thought about going into her daughter's room and perhaps placing it in there, but she had this thing where even though it was a new home and it technically wasn't even her original room, she tried so hard to replicate the room that her daughter had grown up in.
If my daughter died, I don't have a kid. I probably will never have a kid. But if she died from like sickness too, I think her daughter died from cancer. If I'd moved after getting divorced with Noah, I would do anything in my power to make a room for my daughter. Like put stuff that she loved, like dolls, anything in that room. To make it a child's room. I don't know how old Denise's daughter was, but...
And she didn't want to put anything in it that wasn't in it before her daughter passed. So she settles on putting the doll in her bedroom up on the dresser by her big standing mirror. That very first night, Denise remembers climbing into bed and looking over at the doll and feeling like there was something a little bit odd about it now that it was just the two of them in the house. She felt like the doll was watching her in a really eerie way. She even felt like the doll would follow its gaze toward her wherever she was in the room. So much so that for a moment late at night, she thought about covering, decided to roll over and fall asleep. And that was when the first of many nightmares would occur. Denise would find herself in a burning room, hearing her voice being called out to her. This voice would repeat her name over and over and over again, and as Denise would look over, she would see a little girl standing there around the flames. Denise remembers that first night waking up and completely needing to catch as she felt like she was about to have a heart attack. Her heart was racing so quick, she was drenched in sweat, and everything had felt so real. And as she's coming to, She looks over and she sees that little doll. These dreams would continue almost every night. Denise would find herself in some sort of flames, hear her name being called, and see this little girl. And while that doesn't sound too scary in and of itself, there was something about it that was terrifying Denise. But as the nights went on, something shifted. The voice calling out to her started to become her daughter's. Denise started to imagine that perhaps this was some sort of trauma resurfacing, that this was something she needed to discuss with her therapist, and it was unhealed grief, just finding a different way to manifest. But there was something really off about these dreams, and she hadn't yet correlated it to the doll. But in the following days, things would start getting even stranger around the house. Denise would be making tea or making dinner, and she would hear what sounded like little pitter-patter of feet running through the halls of the house. It sounded like a child running. Then Denise would start hearing the giggles of a little girl running through the hallways again. At this point, she's starting to believe these are hallucinations happening, that her grief is really, really out of control, and she's starting to hear her daughter in the hallways running around. Denise would wake up in the night hearing a little child in the halls screaming, "Mommy, Mommy." She said that it would sound like her daughter, but yet something about it was unfamiliar. She would get
Demon!
up in the night and go look, and at times her own daughter's bedroom door would slam. Now, there was no draft and there were no windows open, and this hadn't happened before then. But with the little feet running and the giggles and the dreams, this was also becoming a constant occurrence. One night, Denise finds herself yet again in flames in her dream, and she sees this little girl calling her name over and over. But suddenly the little girl's face starts to shift, and she starts to look like the doll. It looks like the little girl's face is melting into the flames, and in replacement of her face is the doll's face coming to the surface. She's staring at what looks like this little girl, and suddenly she sees the doll coming towards her. She said that she feels like she needs to move, but she can't move at all, and she starts to feel like what feels like hands around her neck choking her. She said that she starts to scream and scream in this dream, and all of a sudden she wakes up and hears a loud crash. That's when she looks over and notices that the doll has fallen off of her dresser. She gets up, she turns the light on, and she looks over to see that the mirror next to the dresser is completely cracked down the middle, and the doll is off the dresser, but sitting upright on the floor. As Denise walks closer to the mirror to examine the crack, she sees on her neck what looks like the start of bruising in the shape of fingertips around her neck. It looks like somebody was choking her and strangling her. And all she can see in the reflection of this broken mirror is that doll sitting there. And it was as if in that moment, everything that she loved about the doll went out the window, and she knew that there was something evil. So that she got the doll, she took it straight out of her bedroom, and she placed it by the front door, where she intended to take it back to the shop the next day. She knew that she no longer wanted this doll. Everything was adding up at once. The strange noises, the way that the dreams had started and continued, the footsteps in the house, and the noises of child's voices and giggles, and just even the fact that doors were slamming. It all said she went back to sleep that night after cleaning up all the glass. And that's when she wakes up in the middle of the night, just after 3 a.m, to hear her TV static blasting. She gets up and walks towards the living room. And that's when she sees, sitting in the center of the living room, is the doll that she had placed by the front door, looking toward the TV.
I'm gonna change the title thing, because no one's gonna subscribe to me. Reaction. video. Okay. Reaction. Someone knocked on my door. And then this. Okay, now back to skin sharing. Let's see.
As it just blasts static. She never even had seen the TV do any sort of static like this, and now has seemingly moved to the center of
Epidemic Sound is way more than just a music library. It's a platform for professional creators to find the perfect soundtrack, collaborate with ease, and focus on their vision. You can access the full
moved to the center of the living room, and the TV is going crazy. She absolutely freaks out. She takes the doll, puts it in a garbage bag, and sets it out on her porch until morning and says she doesn't sleep for the rest of the night. In the morning, she gets up, and the first thing she does is grabs the doll, puts it in the car, and heads back to the antique shop. Right away, she's met by that sweet little woman, and she walks straight to the cash saying she doesn't want the doll. She wants to return it. The woman is looking at her strange because she knew how much she'd wanted the doll, and she begins to tell the woman everything that had been going on.
I wouldn't even do that. Because they will not take the doll if it's haunted.
Since she got the doll, and the woman is looking at her with a blank face that's growing increasingly terrified within her eyes. Denise starts to feel bad and begins to open up like word vomit about her life to the woman. She tells the woman, listen, I'm probably going crazy. I'm dealing with so much grief. My whole world is upside down. I lost my daughter. I thought the doll reminded me of her in a way because she loved dolls, but I think it's made it worse. And so it's not about the doll. I just need to return it. And that was when the woman's eyes turned from fear to empathy. And you could just see that the woman felt. Denise said a tear went down the woman's face when she said, dear, you are not crazy at all. She begins to tell Denise that when the doll had been brought in, it was quick and it was brief. But with the doll, there had been a handwritten, old-looking letter. She said that she read the letter and was really taken aback by it, but it seemed like it was just some sort of silly game or someone trying to scare someone or even a story. She'd taken a picture of the letter to show her husband and her daughter and then had thrown the letter out and put the doll for sale. The woman goes to her phone and brings it over and pulls up the photo for Denise to read the letter that had accompanied the doll, and everything absolutely changes. I'm going to read you guys this letter. Buckle up. It's terrifying. To whomever finds her, you have taken possession of the girl. I urge you, read these words in stillness and in solitude, for they are not meant for careless company. The object you now own is not a toy nor a keepsake. She is a vessel. Her name is Elspeth. In the winter of 1836, she was buried beneath the ash tree behind the old orphanage. Her small body wrapped in linen, her mouth stitched shut with horsehair. The children whispered of her long before she died, said she would speak in voices that weren't her own, said she knew when each of them would die and how, and said she never blinked. After the fire, they found nothing of the building but the black stone and scorched beams. In the center of the nursery floor, untouched by flame or falling timber, sat the doll. It was made for her by the matron, hand-carved, glass-eyed, with red silk thread for hair. After her death, it was kept locked away in the parish rectory. It did not stay there long. No place holds her for long. There are 3 rules that must be obeyed. 1. Do not speak her name aloud after dusk. Names call her. She remembers who she was through the mouths of others. 2. Do not leave her in a room with mirrors. She is fond of her own reflection. It lets her forget that she is dead. And 3. Never, under any circumstance, place her in a child's room. The young hear her more clearly. She feeds on that. You will be tempted to burn her. Do not. Fire does not work. You must return her to where you found her, alone and without farewell. Above all, if you begin to dream of Ash, of a little girl standing in the corner of your room, do not acknowledge her. Do not ask what she wants. She does not want anything. She only remembers. May whatever keeps watch over you not falter.
Oh.
Cast your ads from Amazon to anywhere. EVE Online is a vast universe.
Falter. Now, as you could imagine, Denise reads this and it immediately aligns with everything that she'd experienced. She looks to the woman and the woman wholeheartedly believes her because the woman had never shared that letter with her. And yet she's telling her of these fires and the mirror shattering in her room and the banging of her daughter's door and the strange activity. It all suddenly made sense. Denise said that she left the doll with the woman and never returned to the antique shop, but the activity didn't subside immediately. She cleansed her house, and it seemed as though there was still lingering energy. The dreams remained. Strange things kept occurring, and when she reached out to somebody to help her, they said that she'd unleashed something when the mirror had broken. Denise
Because me was a potholes.
He said they had to perform multiple rituals in her home to rid it of the spirit, and she even ended up just moving to another town shortly after settling roots there to start fresh once again from it all. To this day, Denise knows not what happened to the doll. She has no idea where the doll ended up or who has her yet. But she does believe that, as the letter says, the doll is not one that could be held onto for long. Burning it doesn't work. So surely the doll is somewhere. Now, where it is or what it wants, nobody knows. But what they do know is that the experience to them was very, very real. So what do you think of this doll? Do you think this is just another story told over the years? Or do you think there really is a haunted doll out there just waiting to remember? Let me know down in the comment section below. And that is it for today's video.
Was I still sharing my screen? My screen stopped showing like in a few minutes in. Oh well, I'm guessing I'm ending my live stream.